Inside a normal home in Lafayette, former Governor Kathleen Blanco enjoys her time out of the limelight.
I'm great. Life is good.
You can look back at this thing now and say, okay.
You know what? I look back with a lot of pride at what I did.
But in August of 2005, Blanco held the state's highest office. And some would say she didn't hold up well under the pressure of the storm. Blanco is credited with forming the Louisiana Recovery Authority and dealing with Hurricane Rita, which hit southwest Louisiana the same year. She appointed people like Walter Isaacson and Dr. Norman Francis to run the LRA, and then her chief of staff, Andy Coplin, was chosen to lead it. Isaacson remains a New Orleans advocate and runs the Aspen Institute. Dr. Francis recently retired as the head of Xavier University, and Coplin works as New Orleans Mayor Mitch Landrieu's chief of staff. But less than 2 years after Hurricane Katrina, Blanco bowed out and chose not to seek re-election. Blanco was replaced as governor by a 37-year-old Republican named Bobby Jindal. Jindal was a freshman congressman when the storm hit and quickly became the GOP choice to lead the state's recovery. And despite sagging popularity now, he was elected in 2007 and 2011 by overwhelming majorities. The rest of the congressional delegation has pretty much moved on as well. David Vitter was elected to the U.S. Senate, where he still remains. Charlie Melancon lost to Vitter in 2010 in that Senate race, and Charles Boustany still represents southwest Louisiana. Congressman Bill Jefferson was indicted, convicted, and jailed after the storm, as were numerous members of his political machine, including former City Councilwoman Renee Gilpratt, school board member Elenise Brooks Sims, assessor Betty Jefferson, and political operative Mose Jefferson. Also behind bars, Ray Nagin, Aaron Broussard, Oliver Thomas, Eddie Price, and Jiff Hingle, among others. But it wasn't all bad. Former Plaquemines Parish President Benny Roussel met repeatedly with President George Bush. Here he is on the tarmac in Belle Chase days after the storm. Roussel worked briefly for the state and in 2014 was elected again by the people of Plaquemines, this time as a councilman. Former St. Tammany Parish President Kevin Davis left office due to term limits and now runs emergency operations for the state. His counterpart in St. Bernard, Junior Rodriguez, chose to get out of politics for good in 2007. He now lives in a rural part of eastern St. Bernard Parish.
I think we was the only parish that was totally devastated.
Law enforcement leaders like Jack Stevens in St. Bernard, Eddie Compass, Warren Riley, and James Bernazzani all left their positions but still remain in the area, either retired or working in other jobs. Famed Jefferson Parish Sheriff Harry Lee, credited with keeping order in that parish, passed away in 2007 and was succeeded by his longtime chief deputy, Newell Normand. And one of the key figures during Hurricane Katrina, former President George Bush, now lives in Texas. On your side, Travers Mackel, WDSU News.